What's up, everybody? This is Brendan with Drum with BPM, and today we're working on singles and we're starting at 200 beats per minute. We're going to 210. If you've never drummed any of these exercises with me before, please take a look down below. There's an intro video. There's all the tempos that lead you from 80 beats per minute all the way to 200. So you don't have to guess. You know where you need to work on, pick the right tempo, and then build your way up. It's super cool to play fast, but you don't want to force the issue. You want to play with good technique. So make sure you pick the tempo that's right for you. But if you know you're in the right place, you know you're ready to fly through some fast singles, then let's dive in here. So before we start playing, take a look right here. Pick the skill that you know you need to work on, all right? If you've gotten this far, you know your tendencies, you know what you do well. You also know, just as importantly, what you need to work on. So identify the skills that you need to work on and turn them into things that you do well. That's the best way to get good at something, right? You know what you're not doing so well? All right, I make little errors on hand transitions. All right, make that your goal, and then we're going to turn that eventually into an asset and to a point where you're like, I'm really good at hand transitions. That's one of my best skills. It takes by identifying it. So, you know what you need to work on? Hopefully you've warmed up a little bit before you do this. Don't start right at 200 beats per minute. If you're starting right at 200 beats per minute, you're going to have a rough time. So make sure you get your hands nice and warm. Play 170, 180, maybe 190, and then, then get yourself up to 200. All right, but if you're ready, let's dive in. 1, 2, here we go. Again, 2, here we go. Two more times here. Two, last time at this tempo. All right, very good. This is going to go by quickly, so make sure you're taking note about what's going well, and make sure you're taking note about what's not going so well, and make the adjustments as we move on. Very good? All right, let's drive to 202. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Again, go. Two, 1, 2, 2 more times. Two, last time at this tempo. There it is. There's 202. All right, one thing that I just want to talk about, when you get to the 16th notes, there's no way that you're thinking 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1, and then even if you are, it's not helpful. It's too fast for your brain to identify 1 E and a 2 E and how evenly it's spaced between the note next to it. Your just brain doesn't think that way. At least mine doesn't. If your brain thinks that way, that's amazing. But, so what you do want to think about is you know what 16th notes sound like. Right? 1 E and a 2. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Right? So what you want to do is you just want to feel the rhythm, right? That's why you got your feet going. You're feeling tempo. You can listen to the metronome. You can feel your right hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Any of those type of checkpoints in your brain or any audible clues or tactile clues in your hands, right? Anything that's going to help clue you in to 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1. Or you can just think 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? That's just as easy and that's just as effective. So I hope that's helpful for working through these 16th notes, but I highly, highly doubt that you're counting, and even if you are, it's probably not helping that much. So find the checkpoints that are helpful, right? You know what that sounds like. Perfect 16th notes for 2 beats. All right, then do that 2 more times. All right, 2 more times. All right, 2 more times. And before you know it, the exercise is over. So hopefully that's a good tip to get you through these fast 16th notes. But let's apply it here at 204. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Two, again, 2, ready, go. Two more times here. Two, last time at this tempo. Very good. There's 204. All right. What do you want to talk about? Pick something. Tell me. Tell me in the comments. As we're working on this, seriously, write me in the comments if there's something that you're struggling with, and then I can help you get a little bit better through it. I want to talk about the issues that you need. If you're in, you hit 205 and your left hand is just stuck for some reason, let's talk about it. So let me know what you need to work on, and I really want to help you get through those breaking points. But otherwise, let's hit 206. Let's keep moving. Here we go. Drive that feet. Drive that feet. Drive those feet. However you're doing it. Whether you're moving 8th notes, half time, whatever feels best for you, whatever gives you drive. You're in charge of the tempo, not the metronome. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. One, 2, again, go. Two more times here. Two, last time at this tempo. Very good. I hope that's feeling as good as it does to me, to you, because it gets to a point where you're just rebounding, right? Where you might as well be dribbling a basketball. It really doesn't matter. Right? You're not even thinking that much about it. I was thinking way more around here. There's so much time to think. Here, there's just not that much time to think. You want to play right away, and it has to be locked in. You just don't have room to change. So once you have that rebounded, that height, that feeling established, you just got to lock in. And so that's what we're building here. Is we're building that memory in your body and that ability to play it the exact same way every single time. All right, let's apply it here at 208. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Again, 2, here we go. Two more times here. last time at this tempo. Very good. Very good. That's 208. And we're about to hit our goal tempo of 210. But one thing before we hit that, I just want to talk about, make sure you still have wrist turn, right? This is where your fingers, and if you haven't figured this out already, your fingers are absolutely an integral part of this. They're helping rebound the stick here, right? But your wrist is still turning. Your wrist has to turn every single time. You can watch it. The wrist is turning. It's just a part of the stroke. It's a part of the stroke here, and it's a part of the stroke here. It does not change. That's one of the coolest things about this technique, is that when you play it properly, you move the bead first, you turn the wrist, and then you add some arm. It doesn't change no matter how fast you play it, right? You get a little bit, you start adding a little bit of fulcrum pressure. You might feel it a little bit more in your middle finger than you do like in your pinky. Your pinky and your ring finger kind of just along for the ride. But, you know, these fingers right here, index, middle finger, you might feel a little bit of pressure there. That's totally cool. That's fine to do that. But don't forget, your wrist is turning. You don't want to get to a point where your wrist doesn't turn. I can't even do it. You don't want to get it. I've seen people drum like this where they're all fingers. Your wrist doesn't turn at all. You're not in control the same way. Like, it's just not the same stroke. You don't want to change like that. You don't want to go from, this is how I play, and then when I play here, I'm all fingers and I'm at a wrist turn, right? You don't need to do that. You can play the exact same technique at 80 beats per minute as 210 or 220. So just make sure you're applying that. The fulcrum changes, little changes here or there, but not monumental changes. So if you're feeling monumental changes here, back it up. Back up to the tempo that felt really good and in control, and then apply it here so that you can make it as the same as possible, right? We want to eliminate variables. You don't want to change, because if you change, it's an opportunity to make a mistake and cause an error, and we don't want that. All right, way too much talking for me. Let's get out of here. Let's play some 210. Yeah, let's hit our goal tempo. What are we talking about? Let's go. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Again, 2, here we go. Two more times here. Two, last time at this tempo. And there it is. There's our goal tempo. Between 200 and 210, it's just not changing that much. Once you're locked in at 200, it's very, very minor changes. Where's the fulcrum change? Can I just play the same pattern? Once your hand plays this fast, and you're just utilizing rebound, you've realized the pattern of, oh, my wrist turns a little bit with my fingers, a little bit of fulcrum pressure, but I'm just controlling rebound, right? You're not doing the same effort that you did at 100 beats per minute, where you were putting in all the effort. You're still driving, and that's one thing you don't want to forget. You're still responsible for every single time the beat of the stick hits the drum. You're in control. Despite the fact that you're controlling rebound, you still have to place every single note. So if there's an error, you're responsible for it, right? You got to figure out how to play perfect rhythms where you want it to be. But it just doesn't take that much energy at this time. It's just different energy. It doesn't take this kind of energy, right? But you know that because you're playing at 210. You already know that. All right, let's jump to our bonus tempo. Let's make 210 feel really good. Let's make it feel in control, and let's take it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we go. Here we 2 more times here. Last time at this tempo. And there it is. There's 2:14. That's super fast. That's really cool, and I hope that's feeling good for you. And if it's not feeling so good, make sure you take note of where it's not and where you know you're going to need to go back and fix it. But before we do that, let's hit 210. Let's hit 210 and be in control. These are performance reps. We're doing it 2 times. Can you play this without error? Think about your tendencies. Hand transitions, even 16th notes, stopping the stick, being on top of tempo, whatever it happens to be, you know what your tendency is. Think about it now. Evenness of sound. Here we go. Get your performance mindset ready. 1, 2, here we go. Here we go. There it is. I hope that went really well for you. I'm super excited that you made it this far. You gotta reward yourself from working wherever you started to get all the way to 210 is a major achievement. That is flying. You're in the upper echelons of the drummers on the planet who can actually do this. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of time, and you should be really proud of yourself. If that went really well, then we're moving on. We're aiming 220 next time. But if it didn't go so well, back it up. Find the tempo that you need to work on and make sure you master it there. I really appreciate you playing along. I hope that went well for you. I'll see you in the next one.